Hi, my name is Renee Daggett, and I'm a certified QuickBooks consultant and tax preparer. In this webinar, we will be learning the 27 things you need to do before the year ends. Grab a pen and paper and get ready to take some notes. This will be your homework list. Write down the topics that you want to go back and review more carefully. Thank you for allowing me to share my checklist of the things that you need to do before the year ends. Now let's get started.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Renee Daggett, and I'm a certified QuickBooks consultant and a tax preparer. Today, we are going to be doing a webinar. It's called Year-End Procedures, and we're just going to go through a checklist. I call it the 27 things you need to do before the year ends. And, you know, a lot of times we need reminding of what to do monthly, what to do quarterly, but this is my year-end reminders. It's not an exhaustive list. I'm sure there's things that can be added to the list. I just like the odd number of 27, and it fits on one page. So that's the reason for 27. There's not like a magical rule for 27, but let's get started. And you should have received a handout for this webinar, and you should see this on your screen here. We're just going to go line by line. I'd like to share some stories with you, tips, what not to do, what to do, things to be aware of, so that you can feel confident going into the end of the year and the beginning of the year, knowing that you've done the basics to get you through. So let's get started. The first one, number one, says verify cash entries so you don't miss deductions. And this is really important because most people will use like an ATM or a credit card, but when they go to a seminar and they have to pay for parking, $5 for parking, $10 for parking, they might use cash. And so don't miss these deductions. In fact, a good story is I have a client that has a storefront, and what they were doing was they were paying this guy who would come to the shopping center and say, hey, do you want your windows washed? Which, you know, they need to be cleaned. Well, the manager was giving the gentleman cash. And he would get a receipt, which is great, but the scary part of using cash is that the receipt can be lost. You know, they shoved it in this box that was in a drawer that had a bunch of other papers in it, and hopefully we captured all the cash entries. So not only do you have to be careful on the cash receipts because they can be easily be lost, but you don't want to forget to enter them into your QuickBooks file so that you get all your deductions there. So number two says verify that all bank and credit card transactions have been entered through December 31st. And one thing that happened with a client of mine who was doing their data entry, I was going back and looking through their financial statements and noticed that they reconciled their December credit card statement, but the December credit card statement only went through, say, 2 or 3 weeks of the month of December. They had forgotten that, you know, with the credit card cutting off at a certain time of the month, that they missed, it was about a week and a half worth of transactions the end of December. And it's easy to do, thinking that, okay, I reconciled, everything's good, but specifically for credit card statements, make sure that you've entered all the transactions through the end of the year before you pull your financial statements and give that to your tax preparer. Again, you would miss those deductions. Number 3 says reconcile all your bank and credit card accounts. This is super important. I had a client that said, well, I know everything is entered. However, when I looked at his statement, his bank statement, the ending amount did not match his ending amount in QuickBooks. So his statement didn't match his QuickBooks file. And I said, well, something's missed because it's not the same amount. And he just didn't want to take the few more minutes to reconcile the bank account to make sure that there were no omissions or duplications in there. So highly recommend. It's a basic. You have to reconcile all your accounts. The second thing that I think most people miss is that go back on your reconciliation, say it's January of the new year, and make sure there are no uncleared items in your reconciliation for that previous year. For example, there might be some deposits and or checks that you've entered that didn't clear. Now, there could be good reason for that. Maybe there's a duplication of a check. You cleared the one check, and yet this check is still outstanding. So go back, check to see if it's a duplication. Look at your bank statement. Make sure it's on the bank statement, that it's in your QuickBooks file. If it is, then you can delete that entry there. And just make sure that there's nothing that's uncleared. Because what that's going to do, it's going to either overstate your income or overstate your expenses. And so that has tax consequences. You don't want to overstate or understate anything on your financial statements. And then also on item administration in your business, thank you so much for your time, and you take care. We'll see you soon. Bye-bye.
Thank you so much for watching this webinar. I hope you were able to glean several ideas of how you can improve your QuickBooks file. Make sure you check out my website for complimentary documents, audios, and business tips to help you be successful. If you need more information, contact our office. Take care and see you soon.
To order our products, get free support tools, or for more information, visit our website at www.adminbooks.com. Email info@adminbooks.com or call us at 1-408-782-9640. To send a fax, 1-888-459-1117.